Today, we start in Bangladesh. The country's International Crimes Tribunal has given the death sentence to deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The 78-year-old has been found guilty of crimes against humanity over the crackdown on last year's student protests that led to her ouster. The court said that as Prime Minister, Hasina ordered those protesting against her to be killed, saying that police shot Dhaka University protesters at close range. In a statement, Sheikh Hasina has called the verdict biased and politically motivated. She called the tribunal that gave this judgment rigged and said it's led by an unelected government with no democratic mandate.
The verdicts announced against me have been made by a rigged tribunal established and presided over by an unelected government with no democratic mandate. They are biased and politically motivated. In their distasteful call for the death penalty, they reveal the brazen and murderous intent of extremist figures within the interim government to remove Bangladesh's last elected prime minister and to nullify the Awami League as a political force.
Hasina's Awami League party has played a key role in Bangladesh's independence from Pakistan in the 1971 Liberation War. Now banned under interim leader Yunus, the Awami League reacted with defiance on social media. The party wrote in Bangla, saying millions of workers are ready for what comes next and that there will be war again. The verdict remains the highest stakes moment since Hasina's ouster last year, with the decision arriving just months before the first national polls since her fall. Prosecutors filed 5 charges against Hasina, including failure to stop killings during the final days of her rule, charges that Bangladesh classifies as crimes against humanity. Her co-accused include the former Interior Minister, deemed a fugitive, and a former police chief who was pleaded guilty and turned state witness. The court heard months of testimony alleging that Hasina permitted crackdowns against protesters last year. Her supporters say the trial is political retribution. All of this is unfolding against a backdrop of deepening instability. Violence has surged in Bangladesh in the run-up to this verdict, with crude bombs, petrol bombs detonated across Dhaka, targeting everything from buses and government-linked buildings to Christian sites. Security has now been tightened to its highest levels. Ahead of the verdict, armoured vehicles rolled into position around the court and checkpoints were set up across the capital. Dhaka police say almost half of the city's 34,000 officers have been deployed in the capital. Hasina, for her part, has also warned that continuing to ban her party, the Awami League, will only deepen the national crisis, especially ahead of the elections promised to be held in February next year. With a verdict now delivered and Sheikh Hasina given the death sentence, Bangladesh enters a new and uncertain phase. The ruling is expected to intensify tensions nationwide, with authorities bracing for potential unrest and political fallout.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.